I'm Ed Watson. I'm not an alcoholic, but I could have been. Through the grace of God and a lot of friends, I'm not. It don't mean I'm any better than you are, I'm just luckier than you are. I am here tonight. We talked about Hub Carroll. I knew Hub before he came to Wheelhouse, before he came to Deer Park. We attended meetings together. He was a member of one union, I was a member of another one. And Hub would always have a drink with him. And he's a big guy, and he's real boisterous. And the more he drank, the smarter he got, the more he knew. I guess we can all relate to that. Then we'd meet at a Democrat thing, decided we were going to elect to take care of Texas and the United States. Same thing. So I'd avoid him. I didn't want to see Hub, because I was afraid we'd get in a big argument and neither one of us win. So I forgot all about him, and one day I got a phone call. This guy was Hub Carroll. He said, "This is Hub Carroll, and I moved to Deer Park. I'm living in Deer Park. I said, Hub, there's one question I want to ask you. Are you sober?" He said, "Hell yes, I'm sober. And I bought this old house, and them other drunks is going to have a place to get in and out of the rain. They may have to sleep on the floor, concrete floor. They may have to sleep on a blanket. They may have to sleep on a bench. But they're going to have a place to sleep. And I'm going to feed them as long as I can afford it." And I listened to him, and we had a little brief little session. And I said, "Hub, with that understanding, we'll help you." And talking about help, I said, "We help you. There's no I's in this house. It's us or we." So I went and hit the street talking to people like Joe Fields and others what we wanted to do, and they all agreed with it. So Hub called me one day and said, "They're about to cut my lights off." I said, "Okay, Hub." So we'd go walk up and down the street, and dimes, dollars, whatever we could, take them to Hub, and he'd pay his light bill. That went on for quite a while, and Hub died. Joe Fields and Buddy Bishop and I was standing in the back here. Joe Fields was president of it at that time. What are we going to do? We can't let that place close down because it's too good a place. It's helping a lot of people. And old Buddy Bishop said, "Why don't we get some people to serve on the committee, a club for see, that's how you are when you get sober." Now, let's select a group of people to help tell us what to do and raise some funds. So we did that. And the three of us left that bank that day and coming back in a week, and we were supposed to have 4 names of people that we knew would help us. When we came back, we had 4 names. And people asked me, "How'd you pick them?" I said, "Well, I went to the bank. If they had a lot of money in the bank, we put them on the board." That's a joke, but it's the truth. They know you're putting somebody on something if they're not taking care of their own business. We picked people who were busy. God told me 20, 50, 10 years ago that you want something done, ask the business person in town. He tells you to do it to get it done. Well, that went on a long time. And the only reason I'm here tonight, I'm concerned about Hub Carroll being forgotten. You can forget Ed Watson, you can forget Joe Fields, you can forget all of us. But for one old drunk, you got a place like this tonight. Had he not come sobered up and came to Deer Park and dedicated himself to sobering himself up, we wouldn't be here tonight in this building. So I was telling Faith, I call it Shorty, what my problem was. I was afraid that 20 years from now, they'd be staggering down the street and wouldn't know who Hub was. That bothered me. We got buildings named after people. We even got a street named after Ed Watson. Is that something? It's an honor. But why honor Ed Watson when a guy like this has done what Deer Park and Watson has done for us and doing for you? So she said, why don't you make a plaque? I said, make a plaque? She said, I can do that. That's what I do. So she did it, and about an hour later she came back, and we got a picture of, and I want to donate that to the city tonight. And then in memory of Carol, I don't want anybody to give Ed Watson, y'all give me a lot of credit, but there's hundreds of people, hundreds of people that donated dollars or quarters to us, and this is as important as Ed Watson or Hub Carroll for the operation of this city. This guy right here has rededicated his life. And you know what he's doing? He's running this place. Isn't it nice? Jack's here. He's helping him. If they ask you to do something, you get angry at them. Don't get angry at them. Get angry at us that on the board, because we tell them what to do. Now these guys are just over. Jack took over the other day. He's been in his wheelhouse about a couple of months of himself. They do us a favor. We appreciate it. So at this time, I'm going to ask Jack and Dale to come up here. So did you. And this picture here, that writing on here is the same words that Hub Carroll and I changed with each other. What let me see, when was it? 1965 or something
52, like that. 1952.
1962.
52.
52. That's a long time ago.
The year I
I still remember it, because I remember before, and I remember after this. You know, only I could have been one of you so easy. I wasn't a very good guy when I was, and I hate to admit this in front of my daughter, but I wasn't a very good guy when I was going to high school. I'd slip around, and, you know, y'all never did do that, did you? You know, if you hadn't taken one drink, you wouldn't have been here tonight. If that was true of everybody, we wouldn't need any wheelhouses. So at this time, Mr. Dale, Mr. Jack, on behalf of Hub Carroll, Ed Watson, Faithful Crawford,